Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. To open this morning's webinar, the Australian dollar attempts to rally on overnight but is still contained by the resistance of 75.85. With a high of 83 overnight, the market is still locked from the top side at 73.85 as the retreat now closes towards 73.60 on the trading hours now. In light of the current pattern, you can see here that technically we still hold to a moderate negative pattern, and a break today of 73.20.25 will give further advantage to the downside and look towards 72.75 with an objective of 72.40.45 and reassess from there. As you can see here is quite an important level, as a break beneath 72.40 would give further scope to re-challenge the lows of that 71.40.50 region. In the event we see a break above the 73.85 level, then this would give further upside objective and see stops triggered up towards a potential target of 74.85 to 75.20, but this looks unlikely purely for the fact that the technical shape is starting to form into a negative one. The euro overnight attempts to rally, however, again was contained by the resistance of 106.65.80, and in light of the current pattern, I expect to see further weakness emerging for the euro and look immediately towards a target of 105.35 and lower down towards an objective of 104.20. Reassess from there, as we could even see further weakness to re-challenge those near 14-year lows of 103.40.50 area, as you can see here was recently rejected. Well, dollar yen surprisingly falls away from that 116.17 area and now looks back towards the downside of the support holding at 115.05.20. Although the indicators are slightly, or should I say, in a negative formation and may find pressure on that support of 05.20. However, rebounding from 115.05 could see further upside scope on towards 116.30.40 and then towards 117 to 117.70. I'm not negative on dollar yen. I just feel the market's attempting just to clear out some longs so it could move higher. So if we do see a break under 115 today, that would give scope down towards 112.60.80 region, and I do expect to see a full recovery from there and eventually claim the target of 119 to 120. The sterling overnight is weaker and now takes out that 121.60 support and recalls a low around the 121.05 region. In the short term, I still expect to see further weakness coming through for the pound and look down towards that flash crash around that 118 to 118.5 region. But initially, we have to see how the challenge of 120.60.80 goes. A rejection from there, like we saw in October, could actually see sterling back towards a 123 to 124 region. However, if we do see a break of 120.60, then this would open way further weakness to the objective of 118. Resistance on the day comes in at 122.05.15 with a firmer cap seen at 122.65.70. Surprisingly, gold is not backing away, however, cannot break above that 1190 resistance after printing a high last night. If we see another rejection from there, and you can see from the indicators that they are supporting a negative outcome, so we could see a move away from 1190 and down towards the 76 to 1168 as an objective. In the event we do see a break above the 1190 level, then this would see stops triggered up towards 96 to a high of around 12.02.04, which should again see another bear phase come through and look back towards the lower side of the 1140 region. And to wrap up with oil, the market still remains negative as the prints and fresh low of around that 51.40 level. In light of the current pattern, I expect to see further weakness to an objective of 49.60 and reassess from there, with the resistance on the day coming in now at 52.70.90. So that wraps up my daily video. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report that will be released very shortly.